A groundbreaking new study taking a closer look at how parents spend time with their kids, revealing the amount of time you spend with them may not be as important as you think. ABC's Cecilia Vega has the details.
It's the cause of stress and guilt for parents everywhere. But should it be?
Finding time to spend time with them is a little stressful.
A new study from the Journal of Marriage and Family is changing what parents think they know about spending time with their kids. The amount of time spent with children has been on the climb since 1985. But this first large-scale study of its kind says it's not the amount of time you spend with kids between 12 and 18 years old, but the quality of what you do together that matters most.
Small amount of time that you do share with them, you make sure it counts.
The authors categorize parent-children time in two ways: accessible time, time where the parents are physically available to their children, and engaged time, where the parent and child spend time doing something together. Something Brick from ABC's The Middle will certainly agree with.
I've decided I'd like a whole day where my family gives me their undivided attention so I can share the things that are of interest to me.
A whole day, huh? Are you sure that's what you want, Brick? You know, I wouldn't rule out go-karting.
For Good Morning America, Cecilia Vega, ABC News, Washington.
And joining us now is ABC News Chief Health and Medical Editor Dr. Richard Besser. Also joining us, someone I just saw a few hours ago, Andrew Shue, my husband, and also the co-founder of Cafe Mom, who along with me has learned a thing or two about raising our kids together.
A lot of them.
Yes, a lot of them. I'll start with you though, Dr. Besser. How surprised are you by these findings? You're a father of two as well.
You know, I'm not so much surprised as I am reassured. You know, there's more and more evidence that it's the quality of time we spend with our kids rather than the amount of time. And that's good because so many parents don't have control over how many minutes they have, but we all have control over what that interaction's like. So just a few quick tips on how to make the most of that time. The first is when you're with your kids, be present, be there. So it means shut off the electronics and really be in that moment. You see so many people at the park and they're sitting with their kids and they're on their electronics. The second is do things together, and they can be simple things. We loved reading to our children every night. You know, it doesn't take a lot of time, but we would split up and would each read, and that kind of interaction is so intense and so important. And have a meal together, maybe once a week is something you can fit in. And then the third is our kids spend so much time out of the house at school. Connect with their teachers so you know what's going on in their life. And it may not mean that you get to every parent-teacher meeting, but connect by email so you know what's happening in their lives.
And you guys, you were talking about a lot of kids, 5 between the two of you, between 8 and 18. So Andrew, how have you all been able to spend that meaningful time with the children?
Well, I would say we all feel guilty. The good news now is we're all off the hook. We don't have to do it. We just kick them out the door like our parents did. No, we can't do that because we want to do more. The weird thing with all of us is we can't do enough. We just feel like we want to do more. Amy does so much with her girls and still feels like it's not enough. And I think it says a little bit something about us, is that we just want to give so much to them so that they succeed. The idea is they're going to succeed if you have balance. And I think if you go over the top with too much, the balance isn't there. And I think the memorable things is right. I remember the one summer my mom read this one book to me. Wow. If you just did something twice a week for a half an hour and you did it consistently, just twice a week with your kid.
That's our thing.
That's our thing. Yeah. And that's our thing with that kid. Whatever it is, whether you're writing.
That's such a realistic goal.
And Rich, the good message is just relax, because the stress may cause more problems. I think so many people, so many parents, especially moms, beat themselves up. And they think, I have to be Superwoman, I have to work full time and spend as much time as every other mother I see. And this says there's no one way to parent. There are many different ways that can be successful, and you can raise children who are self-confident and successful and lead productive lives.
And
independent. Exactly. It's just take a breath and give yourselves a bit of a break.
My mom always tells me that. She's like, give yourself
But does she do it?
Yeah.
Does she do it, Andrew?
Well, she does, but I think the final thing is the one thing it said in the study, which is true, and she's great at this, it's about the example. If you set an amazing example where you're a hard worker, you actually have a life, you have a career, and you're there in those moments where you're focused and you've turned off the devices, you've set a great example.
Well done.
If you set a great example, everything will be fine.
Good point.
I feel so much better.
Thank you both.